Oh, hey, guys.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. Hi.
Hey. Guys, this is usually a fun channel, a funny joke channel, you know? This is usually a funny joke channel, but today we'll be covering kind of a serious topic, so I need to run a disclaimer. Sorry about this. Run the disclaimer.
Guys, give me a break. Do I not deserve a break? Let me ask you this. Do I deserve a break? I never get breaks. All I get is what's the opposite of a break, like a being held to things? I'm always held to things. Anyway, bye, ring a bell, out of here, bye.
Wait, that thing's done?
Is that thing done?
Welcome back to CBS News Texas here at 5 o'clock. And
No problem.
We're continuing now to work to get answers, of course, after that deadly collision between the Army helicopter and the American Airlines regional jet last night. And
Terrible.
as we all have watched the video now of the crash unfold, the collective question is, how could it have even happened? And Nicole put it best earlier, in this day and age with all the technology.
Okay, sorry, no offense, I don't know Nicole. Not familiar with, not to make light, I'm just not familiar. Okay,
Welcome back to America Decides.
I did decide to watch this. Okay, sorry.
Aviation disasters in this country are exceedingly rare. This one was unique. The collision, midair, of a commercial aircraft and a military helicopter.
Blackjack 3, can you return to base?
Go ahead, PB.
The crash hasn't happened yet, or it's happened already? Rob.
Blackjack 3,
Okay.
proceed directly to Glebe.
I'm not
I need
sure,
you
to be
land.
honest with you.
All right, okay, that's okay, guys. Oh, man, the headlines for this, the worst U.S. air disaster since 2001. Again, this is a joke channel, but this is terrible. This is terrible, very sad. But one guy who's not taking it very seriously, let's check that guy out.
You remember that
Okay?
only the highest aptitude have to be the highest intellect and psychologically superior people were allowed to qualify for air traffic controllers. Targeted disabilities are those disabilities that the federal government, as a matter of policy, has identified for special emphasis in recruitment and hiring. The FAA's website states they include hearing, vision, missing extremities, partial paralysis, complete paralysis, epilepsy, severe intellectual disability, psychiatric disability, and dwarfism all qualify.
Okay, all right.
If I can, the cited FAA text that you read is real, but the implication that this policy is new or that it stems from efforts that began under President Biden or the Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is demonstrably false. It's been on the FAA's
Who said
website.
that, you?
No, it's on the website, the FAA's website. It was there in 2013. It was there for the
Take a look
entirety.
at what I read.
It was there for the entirety of your administration
Nice and
too.
easy.
So my question is, why didn't you change the policy during your first
I
administration?
did change it. I changed the Obama policy.
On DEI and the claims that you've made, are you saying this
Right.
crash was somehow caused and the result of diversity hiring? And what evidence have you seen to support these claims?
It just could have been. We have a high standard.
Right.
We've had a much higher standard than.
Okay, great. Pretty productive stuff there. That's great. In light of a tragedy, that's great. Okay, this right here was posted on the r/aviation Reddit subreddit, which is pilots or people pretending to be pilots, which is, you know, that's something you could do on Reddit. But this was posted right after. A lot of people asking what the helicopter was doing there. United States Coast Guard helicopter pilot here who's flown that route 1,000 times. Or I'm pretending to have flown that route 1,000 times because it's Reddit where you can do that. Okay, so what this pilot or guy pretending to be a pilot, which is fine, says in this very long and kind of boring, no offense, post is basically what happened is this plane had to switch where it was going to land, and this military helicopter was told, hey, there's a plane there, you need to see it and stay away from it, and somehow they didn't see it / stay away from it. They could have been looking at the wrong plane. Some people are saying it could have been that they were wearing night vision goggles. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, but I don't think dwarfism was the... Okay, this is a hard one.
John, I'll start with you with that question. How on earth could this have happened?
Oh, that's Megan with a Y. Oh, she's got some pilots. Okay, actually, this one's not too bad from Megan. Let's check this out.
In and around Reagan, DCA, that whole area, it's almost the Battle of Britain sometimes. You have VIP helicopters, you got airliners, and it's very crowded airspace.
I suppose we should leave open the possibility
Let the guy talk, Megan.
of helicopter malfunction too. I mean, we don't know for sure.
Yeah. I mean, was something going on in the helicopter? Was somebody sick and they get distracted? That's what I'm saying. There can be distraction. There could be equipment problems. Well, this was a training mission. They could have been focused on what they were doing on the training. So we don't know. But they, up until that point, appeared to be operating normally.
Okay. We continue to face uncertainty when it comes to the economy with perfect storm.
Well, what does this have to do with anything? What does this have to do with this? I guess I'll hear her out, though. What is it, Megan?
Brewing as Social Security and Medicare hit a breaking point as the largest generation is hitting retirement. A smaller workforce means a smaller tax base. You pair that with our growing national debt
and the
rising cost of living, and we could have a very big problem on our hands. So what are you doing right now to protect your family?
I'm going to guess gold.
Gold can be a very safe.
Thank God she tacked this on to the end of talking to these pilots about this tragedy. Okay, sorry.
Those victims, we have Captain Les Abend with us now. He's a retired pilot. He flew for American Airlines. Captain, thank you so much for your time this morning. I understand you.
Okay, first question, Captain. Are you required to have that mustache? Okay, sorry, guys, sorry. No more jokes.
Was the ability to see other aircraft. At night, yes, you've got what we call nav lights in order to be able to see the airplane, but it melts into the surrounding area. There are numerous lights. We know how congested Washington is.
Okay, so we're here with Pilot Les. He has a standard issue pilot mustache. So what can you tell us about this? Oh, yeah, thanks so much for having me. Wait a second. What did you say about my mustache? No more jokes. Okay, so that's what these pilots all seem to be saying. They're like, the plane switched runways. Helicopters were supposed to looks like for some reason they didn't see it or something went wrong in this military helicopter. But we don't know. We might never know. But there is some other stuff that's coming out about this. Okay, from the Washington Post, also known as the Washington...
Pendejo!
Stop, come on. Control tower at National Airport understaffed before deadly collision. Understaffed? 2 of Reagan National Airport's air traffic controllers were doing double duty Wednesday night. It doesn't sound good. According to a report described to the Washington Post, 2 people were handling the jobs of 4, among other colleagues inside the control center. The control tower staffing levels, the report concludes, were not normal for the time of day or the amount of air traffic over D.C. Okay, this is kind of shocking right here. While federal investigators hunt for answers, chiefly how this could happen when airplanes and helicopters are often equipped with software to detect nearby aircraft, a portrait emerged of a cramped and swarming airspace, the subject of safety warnings by federal officials and lawmakers, and the site of a number of close calls in recent years, including about 24 hours before Wednesday's collision. What? The day before, another plane had to abort a landing to avoid a crash with a helicopter. Okay. But anyway, I watched a bunch of these interviews and read a bunch of interviews with these pilots. They all kind of say the same thing. They're like, I don't know really what happened. Must have been the helicopter didn't see somehow. They're kind of like, this seems like kind of a freak accident. But man, oh man, I will say that airport's kind of scary. That airport's kind of dangerous. I don't want any involvement with that airport area, they say. That's a direct quote. Okay, no more jokes.
Right. But again, this particular space, this airspace, has been a known safety hazard for a very long time, certain airlines who spend money on lobbying Congress and campaign contributions to key members of Congress have been pushing to expand the amount of flights into this particular airport. This is members of Congress who want, for their convenience, to fly to the closest airport to their office. And the argument was that they were listening to their airline donors. They were listening to their desire for their own convenience, not listening to the multiple safety warnings about this airport.
So yeah, this is the other side of this story. The pilots are like, this seems like a freak accident. Somehow this helicopter didn't see this plane. Maybe the lights were getting in their eyes or something. But it is also true that this airport was very dangerous, and instead of doing the things to make this airport safer, they kind of just gas pedaled it in the opposite direction. Let's take a look. What the hell is this? Let's take a look at David Sirota's article here. Okay, what the hell does this say right here? Before the DC plane crash, lawmakers expanded flight traffic by some people and David Sirota. I've heard of him. Months before last night's fatal aircraft collision, lawmakers dismissed safety warnings and approved an airline-backed measure that increased flight traffic at Washington, D.C.'s already overstressed airport, the site of the disaster. Oh, god damn it. Lawmakers brushed off safety warnings amid mid-flight near misses and passed an industry-backed measure designed to add additional flight traffic at the same D.C. airport where the disaster unfolded. Oh man, this is kind of prescient right here. The bill proposed would go far beyond past attempts to expand slots at the Reagan Airport, dangerously overloading the airport's operational capacity to benefit one airline, said some guy from Virginia. The very title of the Direct Access to the Capital Act gives the game away that this bill is written to maximize the personal convenience of a comparatively small number of powerful, well-connected individuals at the expense and safety. This guy was really vindicated here. The measure's sponsor, some moron from Utah, insisted deliberate misinformation has been circulating widely among my colleagues, and I want to be clear. Our effort is not about benefiting one airport, one airline, or any member of Congress. It is about empowering American consumers by providing more options and greater convenience for people traveling to and from Washington, D.C. Oh, boy. Would not want to be that guy right now. It's about empowering the consumers to have more danger in their life, you know? They love danger. When it comes to air travel, there's one thing I know they like: danger. So, yeah, we don't know exactly what happened here. A lot of people speculating. A lot of pilots with their mustaches. Okay, no more. No more. No. A lot of people speculating, but this seems like one thing for sure. It's like, hey, this airport's out of control. We need somebody to get in there and make some rules to make it safer. Maybe we should slow down these flights a little bit, you know, and not slash how many air traffic controllers are working there and all this crap. You know, if like months before this, they're like, this airport's not safe, and they don't really do anything about that. That's not great. That's not great. Okay, anyway, they're arguing about this on the TV, which I do not like. I like to see people getting along and having a good time.
It's demented?
What is this? One of those Fox shows? The Friends? Is this The Friends? It's one of those. Let's check it out.
And these DEI policies were put in place in 2013. He had every opportunity through his first administration to revoke them if they thought they were terrible, but he didn't. And when you talk about staffing issues, sure, the control room is a problem, but you know what else is a problem? That there's no head of the FAA, because Michael Whitaker resigned for months. Elon Musk has been trying to push him out since September when he said you should pay.
Who did that? Iluma. Oh man, this lady's really giving it to the the five, not the friends. The pendejo. The Fox. I think that's one of the shows. The Fox. Pendejo.
Constantly on him. He knows he's going to get fired. He resigns. We have no head of the Coast Guard. And they have, in the first week in office, gutted this key aviation safety advisory committee. Coast Guard. I'm talking about all the people that take care of us, that make sure that you are safe. They are trying to gut that to install
Biden was
people
taking care of us? Biden couldn't even show up in Palestine for a year.
That's my favorite game that you play. It's not going to work for Really? I'm talking about the president. You won.
Whoa, guys, come on. Guys, you're doing this. I thought you guys were the friends. Oh, you're the five. Sorry. Okay. So the friends. So you're not the friends. So this is not friendly. This is the five, where they go like this.
Boom, 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 boom.
DEI is not a scapegoat for everything. It is, I get it, for some voters, it's what they want to hear about. But you should...
Go
ahead, Greg. DEI. Go ahead, Greg. This is Greg. He's some guy. I think he wants to be cool. That's my read on this guy, Greg. I think he desires to be cool. Okay, give it a shot, I guess.
In a way, DEI is the mirror to the Democrats' argument with racism or climate change. It can be used to explain everything, except unlike racism and climate change, which the left found under every rock, every issue. DEI is indeed under every rock because the Democrats put it there. So I think the suspicion is fair. It may not be right. This could have been human error. This could have been a malfunction. But the suspicion is always going to be there because...
Okay, some pretty interesting commentary from certified cool guy. What is the guy? He does a late night show. Greg, with his girlfriend or something. I don't remember. So, the worst possible answer from the government, I guess we could call it. Who knows? Who knows what these guys are doing? Worst possible answer there, so I guess try to take something positive from this. Avoid Washington, D.C. Don't go to that airport. What is it, the Ronald Reagan Airport? Who wants to go to that anyway? Who wants to go to Washington, D.C. anyway? I've actually never been. What do people do when they go there to visit? Look at statues or something? Waste of time. Okay. Still not sure what the tone of this video should be, but I do actually believe that. I'm not going to Washington, D.C. Seems like a waste of time to me, frankly. Oh, whoa, wait a second. This just came up. This just came up on my YouTube. What the hell is this? Sky News Australia. All right. Kind of sounds like an app that comes pre-installed on a Roku, but let's check it out.
And it's now being revealed air traffic control tower at Ronald Reagan National Airport in Washington was understaffed on that day.
Nobody.
Donald Trump has since announced an investigation into the collision and has blamed diversity hires for undermining air traffic control standards. Have a listen.
Great.
FAA's website states they include hearing, vision, missing extremities, partial paralysis, complete paralysis, epilepsy, severe intellectual disability, psychiatric disability, and dwarfism.
Joining me now is Sky News contributor Bo Davidson. Bo, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Has Donald Trump jumped the gun on this?
Well, Danica, at first I thought he had. I thought, why bring up DEI? But then I remembered that there were many air traffic controllers that applied.
I remembered that he's right. Okay, what is it? It's like a kind of a Fox News kind of thing, Sky News. What are the comments saying? There's a lot of ill-informed hysteria over this incident. A lot of that. Let's all calm down and let them investigate. A stunning agreement there with the host of this show who's yelling in an echoey room. So the president thinks it's dwarfism. Do you agree? Well, at first I didn't, but now I do. I like this kind of YouTube comment here. Such a shame. Okay. All right. Simple in and out of the comments. Why don't we wait until the facts come out before blaming anything? Wow. They're really on board with the hosts here. What happened to the cause being a DEI hire? Just forget about what Trump said now? Flight controllers are chronically understaffed in the U.S. Oh.
She spit on them.
She spit on them, right. Thank you. So there we go, guys. Final parting thoughts, positive message, like Jerry Springer did. Just the way Jerry Springer did. He would pay people to throw chairs at each other, and they would be like, you know what? This is about life. This is about life and loving each other. Here's your $300. Come back and throw a chair at that lady again. This is my version of that. Don't go to Washington, D.C. Steer clear of the Washington, D.C. airport because the people running things are demented.
It's demented?
Oh, guys, quick note before we get out of here. Last chance. If you're watching this on, what is it? Friday, the 31st of January, come to the Austin, Texas live show. It's tomorrow. It's on Saturday. Please come. Who's actually going to come?
Nobody.
Hopefully that's... Hey, shut up. Hopefully that's not true. Love you guys. Stay away from the Washington, D.C. airport. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
LeDron James here. It's me, LeDron James. I'm not going to beg about the Patreon thing, okay? I'm just kidding. I am going to beg. Look in your heart. Look in your heart. That's from Miller's Crossing. That's a Coen Brothers movie. Anyway, I will beg for you to join the Patreon. Join on Patreon. Well, what is it again? Oh, subscribe on Patreon. That's how I say it. Subscribe on Patreon because you're missing all kind of episodes every week. You're only getting like a little bit of the episodes. That's disgusting. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to me personally? That is an attack on me, okay? You're acting insane toward me, okay? What's back there? Oh, you get 2 additional episodes every single week. Live streams, Q&A show, all this crap for as little as $2 just trash dollars per month. I honestly feel like I'm reading this wrong. This has got to be some kind of typo or something. Anyway, it's me, LeDron James, saying, hey, get it together. Get your stuff together, man. Anyway, bye.